I have no idea what went wrong yesterday with episode number 40. Yeah, for some reason, YouTube is broadcasting it in the CinemaScope ratio. Yeah, and it should be 16 by 9. Yeah, well, this is the way I do it. After I've got my video all edited out the way I want it, I burn it, so to speak, into a file. And that entire file gets uploaded to YouTube. And depending on how long the video is, if it's only 5 minutes long, it might only take about 15 minutes. But if it's say a 20-minute video, it might take an hour or so. When YouTube first gets it, they first make it available for the viewers at 360p. Well, that's like 1950s television, really fuzzy. You can see it, but there's no detail. And then it slowly gets better and better and better. You don't notice this because I don't open it up for the viewers until it reaches at least HD or 1080p. And I usually wait until it's 4K. Once it's at 1080p, it usually hits 4K very soon after that. Yeah, so I can't do it any better than that because the best my camera will shoot is in 4K. Now, I don't want to be going on and on about this, and I don't think you want me to either, but yesterday when I suddenly realized I had the problem, I quick pulled the video, and I think some of you may have had it just all of a sudden stop right in the middle. Well, I'm sorry about that, but I had to do it. At least I thought I did. I thought if I reloaded it, at least it'd be right, and we just start all over again. So that's why some of you may have had the video stop right halfway through it, and maybe you weren't able to watch it for another 2 hours, and it still wasn't right. Anyway, let's get going here with episode number 41, and keep our fingers crossed. I have just gone over this thing from stem to stern, or from bow to stern, with warm soapy water. And I used ordinary dish detergent, and I did a particularly good job all the way along the sides wherever masking tape is going to go. I'm pretty sure that 100% of the mold release is removed from that area. And I'm going to go over it again now with clear water. I might do that twice actually, and get rid of any soap residue. And I was being particularly careful not to rehydrate the putty. And in little places there by the keels where they had those little vents, I used a toothbrush, and I scrubbed them out really good. I think I did about as good a job as I can do. Like I say, I just have to go over it now again a couple of times with clear water. Then I think we're probably ready to, to spray. Well, we'll let that dry thoroughly now. Make sure there's no more water in any little holes or cracks. Like might have worked in the cracks here. Now it could be that I'm being overly protective here, but I think that in order to keep the grease off my fingers from getting on the place where, like along the edge here, where I'm probably going to be putting masking tape. And I did see one guy on the internet, he pulled the masking tape off his ship and he took half the paint with it. Yeah, well, I guess it wasn't funny, but I don't want that to happen to me. So I'm thinking to myself, well, now I'm all ready. I can thin out my hull red here and, start spraying. Been sort of looking forward to it. And then I think of another thing that maybe I could do yet. And if I was to just go over the edge all the way here where the masking tape is going to touch, just one more time. Actually, I haven't got on the edge with the masking tape except close to where I've been doing the putty thing. And just go over with super fine grain here and just rough it up a little bit. I'm thinking then the masking tape is not going to pull the paint off. In other words, the paint is going to stick to the model about as good as it can, short of using some sort of like lacquer primer. which I don't want to use in the wintertime. I don't want to have to open my windows. Now this shouldn't take too long. Just dampen it a little bit here. Yeah, a little bit's coming off there. Well, all the places that I could see where it appeared to be shiny, like where I'm going to be putting the masking tape, I've gone over it with the fine-grained sandpaper, and it sort of got a dull appearance now. I think I've done all the sanding and wiping and cleaning I'm going to do here. There's only so much a person can do. Now, it's not real late in the afternoon or anything, but it is afternoon. And I spent a lot of time this morning, I guess, trying to figure out what went wrong in YouTube yesterday. Now, as much as I'd like to, start spraying right now, I think I better call it a day here, even though it is only about 1 o'clock. And we'll carry on again tomorrow. So, with that in mind, I guess we'll say thanks for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow. Yeah, cutting it off here a little bit early today, that gives me a little bit more time to, in case there's a problem again with YouTube, I'll be able to maybe figure out what went wrong, or have time to upload it differently so that it'll be at least 16:9 instead of CinemaScope.